Hello and welcome to the Best Boys podcast. I'm Danny.
And I'm Vince.
Neither of us watched a lot, so this part of the podcast is going to be real short, real easy to do. I went and saw It on opening night. Thought it was great. What'd you watch?
Last night I watched a movie called Sydney White with Amanda Bynes before she went crazy.
Okay.
And I've been watching a little bit of Rick and Morty and Smallville recently.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
What season of Smallville are you on?
The first one.
Oh, okay, so you just started.
Yeah, because it's on Hulu, and I just got Hulu, so...
So have you finished the CW shows? Or?
Not yet, no. I'm still working on those, too.
So you just start whatever you want to watch?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm done with that. I want to watch this now.
Yeah, well, I actually watched an episode of Supergirl this morning, so...
Well, there you go. How close are you to finishing?
About halfway.
Okay, that's... I guess I talked about it before, but I finished Mystery Science Theater's, the return season. Have you seen Mystery Science Theater stuff?
Yeah, I've watched it with you before.
Okay, yeah, so they do, like, the commentary and stuff. Mm-hmm. That part's great, but they try to add, like, a storyline into the skits.
Oh.
So, in, like, the last 3 episodes, Felicia Day, who's, like, the villain in it, is like, I need a ratings boost. I'm gonna marry Jonah, who's the guy who's the host, and then the last episode... Spoilers, they're gonna get married. Patton Oswalt kills Jonah. And then it's like, what are you doing? You just killed our main character. And then it's like credits. I'm like, okay. Not necessary.
Yeah, it doesn't sound necessary.
There are episodes where like, oh, we lost some parts of the movie, which means they cut out parts of the movie to buy time. It's a Netflix show. They have commercial break cuts. It's real annoying. They're trying to bring that nostalgia, but they're like, we need to just make it a Netflix show.
Okay.
Anyways, on to the news. So, my favorite, something I've never complained about. So apparently, Warner Brothers and DC are planning a spin-off Joker standalone movie directed by Todd Phillips and Martin Scorsese producing. And apparently they want Leonardo DiCaprio to play the Joker.
Why?
Big name. That's literally the only reason I can think of.
He won't go.
Well, you didn't like Jared Leto's laugh? I think they're going to try to do the Marvel approach where if we get a big name, people will come and see it. Like with Spider-Man. They got Michael Keaton, so people went and saw it because of Michael Keaton. That's why people went and saw that movie. Not because it was good. And also because Tom Holland was good as Peter Parker, and people were excited for that. The Hollywood Reporter, I guess, broke the news that Leo was who they wanted as the Joker, and he's done a bunch of movies with Scorsese before, so I guess that's a reason that they think he'll go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would be a good Joker, first off.
Yeah, no.
But also, it's just, unless they're going to do the speculated thing that since no one liked Jared Leto's Joker, they're making him not the real Joker. The thing that people are like, oh, this is what they're definitely doing. But if they're not doing that and it's just like, well, he's the younger version. Let's have the older guy play the young version and the younger guy play the old version.
Makes sense. And yet, they look nothing alike.
Nothing alike, so it wouldn't...
I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio is a bigger guy. He would look more like Dark Knight Joker.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, yeah.
Yeah. I guess his performance in Django is the closest thing to a Joker-esque character I can think of, because he's just like this... He seems kind of off a little bit, but he's just racist.
Yeah.
That's the character.
Yeah. I don't know.
But apparently, Jared Leto isn't too happy about that.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's surprising. Being cast as a character and then probably not hearing from the people making the movies. He probably didn't hear from Warner Brothers or DC. He probably read an article or a tweet that was like, Leonardo DiCaprio to replace Jared Leto, or something like that, along those lines. It probably wasn't just Leonardo DiCaprio to play Joker, or wanted to play Joker. It's Leonardo to replace Jared Leto.
Yeah.
I would be angry. You guys cut a majority of my scenes out of Suicide Squad.
Right.
That's why everyone thinks I'm bad. Because that is why everyone thinks he's bad. He's barely in the movie, and the scenes he's in, he's not that good.
Right.
And so it's their fault. And then they want to replace him.
Yeah.
Which, that is me giving the benefit of the doubt to Jared Leto. Because...
You're moving up in the world.
Hey, there's been Zack Snyder news recently, so...
Oh boy.
There's nothing for me
to...
So, that's just... Who knows? If that's something that comes out to be true, and they start making a Joker movie, and then they show Leo in face paint, and he doesn't have the tattoos, I'll be happy. Yeah. But if it's an origin story, and they're having him play young Joker, ooh,
You know how, like, they have Batman Beyond with, like, old Bruce Wayne and stuff?
Yes.
They should just wait until Ben Affleck and Leonardo DiCaprio both get old, and then they can use Leonardo DiCaprio as old Joker.
And do a Batman Beyond origin thing.
Something. I don't know.
Like, in the future of... Was that show based in, like, 2007 or something?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Actually, it probably came out in, like, 2001, so it was probably, like, 2000... or 3000 something, like something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be the distant near future. Anyways, on to the next news. So, this Han Solo movie just keeps taking more hits. It stumbled, it fell, it got picked up a little bit, and then it just keeps... people just keep punching it. First, it was announced that the two main actors, I don't know who that means, but I know it definitely means the guy playing Han Solo. I don't know who the other one it would be, because the other two people I can think of that would be main characters are Emilia Clarke and Donald Glover. But apparently, two of the main actors in the movie needed an acting coach.
Oh, jeez.
During the filming of the movie, which, first off, don't hire the person if they can't act.
Yeah.
If the guy who's playing Han Solo was cast just because he's attractive, that's a waste of time. They fired the directors, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and replaced them with Ron Howard. And now, apparently, Michael K. Williams was replaced with Paul Bettany. But what I had read, or I think is in this article somewhere, is Paul Bettany is playing a different character, which, that's good. They're not just like, oh, get out of here. We're going to replace you with this guy now.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Bettany, obviously Vision and Jarvis in the Avengers movies. Michael K. Williams' character was half animal alien creature that was described as kick-ass. So he's probably going to be a half animal alien creature that's not the same name and doesn't look the same.
Yeah. But
is the exact
similar.
same.
Yeah.
This is the one Star Wars movie I'm not looking forward to. I'm looking forward to it because of Donald Glover, because of all... I love Donald Glover, and I say that every time I talk about this movie. I'm not looking forward to it for the guy playing Han Solo, for all the director changes. Ron Howard is a good director. I know that for a fact. If they do any more changes, I'm going to keep losing hope in this movie. Comes out next year, so we have a while, and hopefully they don't go, okay, we're done filming soon, because they just replaced the director, they just replaced the character. Keep filming. Finish the scenes. Redo scenes if you need to. But that movie will still make millions opening weekend, because it's Star Wars.
Yeah, you're going to have all the fans and everybody who just going to see it.
So, you know, I was about to say hopefully they'll make their money back, but they 100% will. Just in merchandising. Just in making action figures of young Han Solo, young Lando, whatever Emilia Clarke's character's name is. New cute thing that they're going to introduce. Which, I don't have this anywhere. This isn't like an article or anything. But have you seen the new cute thing for Episode 9? Porg? Just Google Porg. P-O-R-G. It is the new cute advertising character.
I see. This little, like...
guinea pig with duck legs.
Yeah, like, it looks like a penguin type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Porg.
Porg.
You know, because BB-8 sold so well, which it did.
Yeah.
BB-8 was... I fell in love with BB-8 before the movie, but they're like, we need to do that with every single movie now. We can't just have BB-8 be the overarching...
It's like the Ewoks from the old ones.
It's like Jar Jar from the old ones. Anyways, J.J. Abrams is returning for Episode 9. Episode 7 is just a reboot of Episode 4, but he did great with it. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
The original director, Colin Trevorrow, was fired and or left, whichever one is true, whichever one Disney and him want to say is true. Most likely, same reason that every director gets fired / leaves a Disney franchise is because Disney wants them to do their cookie cutter way, and they're like, but what if I do this? And like, no, you have to do it how we want you to do it. You can't be a director. You're not a director. That's pretty much how Disney movies work now.
Disney is the director. You're just like the guy who we put the name on.
I guess Marvel and Star Wars are like... Marvel especially, but Star Wars now, like, they're adding that in, are the two. You have to do it by this formula. This formula works. Everyone knows the formula works. If you try to change it a little bit, people are gonna come see the movie still. They're gonna probably like it a lot, but we cannot...
Risk it?
Yeah, they can't risk any of that.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it's stupid, but it makes sense.
You know, Disney's not a multi-billion-dollar company. They can't risk one movie being slightly different from the rest.
It would still probably bring in all the...
Just the name.
Yeah, it would
Just
bring
Marvel.
in everything that they spent on it.
Just saying, so this is a new movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And they would help themselves if they didn't throw so many trailers out with so much revealed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, breaking news from an hour ago on Screen Rant. Paul Bettany is already done filming his role in Han Solo's standalone movie.
Oh.
So, hey, we open the book and we close it.
All right.
He's done filming. That was fast. How long did Michael K. Williams film with them? I want to know. How much did he have to they have to reshoot just because they fired a guy?
Probably not that much. If he's already done filming.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy to see J.J. Abrams coming back to hopefully close the main story of Star Wars. I'm fine with doing other spin-offs and stuff. Just close that story off with the Skywalkers, lock it away, don't make any more. And if you're going to make more, wait a while. And don't do, like, spin-offs of Poe or Finn or Rey or that new Asian girl that's going to be in this one.
Okay.
Because they got criticized because there were no Asian characters in the last one. Have you seen that video?
No.
At the Star Wars, I think it was the panel for Force Awakens at Comic-Con, an Asian woman was like, when is there going to be an Asian character in a Star Wars movie? And then everyone cheered and applauded, and then J.J. was like, soon. And then everyone was like, yeah! That's a vague answer!
She just pops up for like 5 seconds.
Well, I mean, there are screen grabs that have been shown for the movie that are her and Finn together. So I take it she's helping Finn because last we see him, he's in the tube and everything. Mm-hmm. And then she goes off, Rey goes off, Poe does his thing, and they're all probably gonna meet up again.
Yeah. Or
they're gonna have 3 story arcs in this one movie.
Oh, jeez. I don't think that would be good because a movie is only at most about a little over 3 hours. Like, well, if they're doing it like
3
that,
3 hours is the amount of time.
Yeah, but like, I don't think it would have a good story if like there was 3 separate stories.
How dare you say a movie that has 3 stories
in one story?
Okay, so on to the next. Oh, this is just an exhausting title to read for this article, but apparently Jerry Bruckheimer wants to make more Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
I still haven't seen Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Or, I think it's... Hold on, let me find this quote. In an interview with Yahoo Movies, Jerry Bruckheimer couldn't stop putting positive spin on the film's performance at the box office, blaming the lower performance at the international box office on the conversion rate between American and foreign currency. I think it did phenomenal. I mean, you're talking about the 5th film in the series in a down market, and the American dollar is so strong that we're getting less returns from foreign. This movie would have made $1 billion had it been back in the same financial situation as On Stranger Tides. But we lost 27% of our money just by the conversion rate. Bruckheimer places blame of perception on the media, saying, the media likes to run with the reviews, and we didn't get great reviews. So they like to say it didn't do well. But God is what God is. $790 million now? It's amazing. $793 million, if you want to be technical. With a production budget of $230 million. But that's domestic and foreign together. It did way better in foreign. And domestically, it did $172 million.
It says that's $253 million less than on Stranger Tides. So did they really do that well?
How he's saying it, in the first part he's saying they lost 27% of their money because of the conversion rate, but also if their production budget was $230 million and they made $172 million domestically, that's where they lost money, not in the conversion rate.
Right. But so didn't
they got their money from the conversion rate.
Yeah, but they still ended up making money.
Oh, yeah.
Because is that what they spent total was like 2-point-something million?
$230 million, yeah.
So
they made $500 million back.
Yeah, so they are more than fine. I mean, it's not as good as what they did on Stranger Tides, but it's still I mean, they're still making money on the movie.
Yeah, because On Stranger Tides worldwide made $1 billion. I see why they made a sequel.
I mean, this isn't far off from that, but it's still not showing greatly that it would be smart to do another movie.
Yeah, even bringing back everyone didn't make the movie do better than the one that had only one of the original main 3. But when asked if there will be a Pirate 6, I hope we can continue to make it. But we've been having so much fun just promoting this one right now that we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully it's very successful on DVD, as the other ones have been. Then hopefully we'll sit down and see where we go.
Didn't Johnny Depp say he didn't want to make any more?
You know how actors say
True.
they don't want to do movies? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, something I say every episode when we talk about a certain movie franchise with a certain actor.
Yeah.
Like that quote he said. But blaming that on the media is my favorite thing, because on Wednesday, at least this article was posted on Wednesday, a new study showed that Rotten Tomatoes had no impact on box office numbers. So, I don't know. You want to stop blaming Rotten Tomatoes? Dwayne, DJ, if you will. DJ, if I can call you DJ. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. If your movie looks good, people are going to go see it. The rating is if it's good or not. Like, I've seen movies that looked like they could be good and turned out to be not so good. Kong Skull Island. But I've also seen movies that are advertised as something they're not, get really high reviews, and you would think that's something that would give them horrible reviews. So, just marketing is what makes your movie fail. Or also the content of your film and the actors you get, depending, and the story. If it looks like it's going to be a good story, it'll do well. If it doesn't look like it'll be a good story, but you get huge names, Baywatch, they won't do good. That's like the most recent one that I can think of that works with the context of that article. Anyways, best segue. Indiana Jones 5, it's going to come out in 2020, apparently, 2020, without Shia LaBeouf. Who isn't surprised there?
I wish he would do it.
I wonder if that just means they're gonna not acknowledge 4 at all. Because, that was, a huge part of the movie. He is their son.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, he picks up the hat. Aliens. That's it. So, hopefully, I wonder if they're gonna do a character like how Shia LaBeouf was supposed to be.
It's, here it's saying, perhaps the new script will introduce a new, less polarizing character to don the fedora, or Steven Spielberg and company may reboot the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles again.
I would watch that. Young Indiana, just get a young, decent-looking, actually good actor. Doesn't have to be a already famous person to play the role, and you got yourselves more money. I feel like they went with Shia LaBeouf just because of the Transformers films doing so well. They're like, oh, he can carry both these franchises. He isn't going to have a mental breakdown because of his celebrity, being a child star, being in the face of everything. Then he went and had a mental breakdown. He's a great actor. Wait, did you say you're sad you want Shia to be in the movie?
I mean, if you're already the character, I feel like it would be better to bring him back. But I mean, I also haven't seen the 4th Indiana Jones in a long time.
Since it came out?
Yeah, I can say that I don't remember his actual, part and acting in it, but, I mean,
I just know that no one likes it. I don't remember the film also. I remember vague scenes,
right.
The Jeeps driving while they're fighting, and he's swinging from vines and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, I wonder if they're just gonna act like that movie didn't happen, or they're gonna be like, oh, he died, or went to jail, or he's doing this, something like that, or he didn't want to do it, or he lost a leg, something stupid.
Lost a leg. That'd be a good one.
So just wait for the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, starring Dylan O'Brien as Indiana Jones. So we all love remakes. That kind of works in with Indiana Jones. It's going to be a reboot, kind of. We love remakes. There's remakes of every of a new movie coming out every week. We got Star Wars. Nah, that's not a remake. We got Spider. Nah, that's not a remake. We got It. Not a remake. What is an actual remake that came out recently?
It's not a remake?
It?
It?
No. It comes from the same source material, but it's not a remake.
Not a remake.
Because isn't the same exact thing.
Gotcha.
Let's just remake literary classics.
Lord of the Flies.
I need to get on. I just had a great idea. Yeah, Lord of the Flies being remade, but I had a great idea. I need to get on the horn with Lionsgate because we need a remake To Kill a Mockingbird. But the twist is
they actually kill a mockingbird.
No, all the characters that are black are white. It's reverse. So Atticus and whatever the little girl's name is that I don't remember because I haven't read that book in a long time. All those characters are black, just like this movie's gonna do with an all-female cast of Lord of the Flies, which would definitely work because Lord of the Flies isn't about toxic masculinity. Not at all. That's not what the book was written about. That's not what the writer said the book is about. So Warner Brothers, being the geniuses they are, they make a lot of money. They're going to make an all-female remake of Lord of the Flies written by two men. Think about it. Genius. Why was Wonder Woman such a good movie about a female lead role? Written by a man. Wait, I got that reversed. It was written by a woman with a co-writer that was a guy, I think. Let's see what these people have to say for themselves. Scott McGee and David Siegel struck a deal with Warner Brother to write and direct. Ooh boy. They said it's a timeless story that is especially relevant today with the interpersonal conflicts and bullying and the idea of children forming a society replicating the behavior they saw in grown-ups before they were marooned.
Are they going to do it with, like, young, like, kids again?
I think it would be literally the same, but with women. And also, it's probably going to have really, really gross, stereotypical why women fight scenes in it. Like, 100% that's going to be in the movie. Unless, hey, they could make it very good. They could be like, hey, this is actually a great movie now. They changed it, sure. The story still is cool. Mm-hmm. How they treat the girls is cool. They didn't do a, oh, she had her period kind of a story. Because since they're little kids, that would be something. In, like, the early 2000s, that would be something they would do.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact, like, things that happened in Lord of the Flies, like the book. It's been so long since I've read it, but I know there's, like, weird things, like, the one kid was, like, going crazy because of the pig head on the stick with the flies and stuff, and it was just...
I think the one kid is in charge, and then they don't like how he's doing things, so they kick him out of being in charge. Or they all go to the other guy's group because he didn't like things. I remember there's a scene in the book where they try to kill...
I think they actually did kill somebody.
The fat kid.
Yeah, I think they actually did kill him, yeah.
Yeah, which, you know, I can't wait for a scene in a movie where a bunch of girls kill a fat girl.
Yeah, that's gonna be very...
You know, actually, I was gonna say, you know how in movies bullying people for being different is not really a thing anymore, but it depends on what time period your movie's in, I guess.
Yeah, this, if they do it in the same time period, roughly, I don't know how they're gonna do, we don't know how they're gonna do it yet, but if it is roughly around the same time period, it would make sense more so than, like, if they do it now, it's gonna be probably a controversial thing either way.
Oh, it was a controversial thing the minute it got announced.
Well, I'm talking about, like, killing the fat girl, though.
Oh, just that scene?
Yeah, because, they're just gonna be like...
Either gonna be overdone, or people gonna be like, oh, the way that they treated it, like, it was just another scene.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a pivotal scene. People are gonna be mad that they treat it like a huge plot point, like it is in the book, or they're gonna be mad that they don't show or use it as much as a plot point.
The people who are going to freak out, I think, the most about it are the people who don't know the actual, like, story from the book. I know it's required in most schools to read, but not everybody really does read it, so...
Yeah, so, you know, just...
It's gonna...
Don't do it, maybe? Maybe that'd be a good option. Just don't make the movie.
Oh...
You think that'd be a good idea?
Probably not.
Maybe change the director. If you're gonna make it, don't make it guys making the movie.
Possibly.
Make it.
They want money, so
make it a well-known female director that's made movies for Warner Brothers in the past that have done well, like Patty Jenkins. Maybe. Who, good segue, was officially... I feel like we've covered this thing multiple times, but I guess it was just officially announced that she's gonna direct Wonder Woman 2.
But I haven't seen Wonder Woman yet still, but I'm sure it's gonna be just as good as the first one if they have, like, most of the same people coming back for it.
Definitely. If they have... I wonder what time period they're gonna do. If it's between Wonder Woman and Batman vs. Superman, so it's, like, before she meets them, I'm all for that. That is a huge chunk of time. They can make so many movies, so many Wonder Woman movies, between World War II in whatever year that's supposed to be set in. So they can make like 9 movies. Unless she did that and then literally did nothing up until Batman vs. Superman. Which, if that's something they're going to try to do, her whole story arc in Wonder Woman doesn't matter. If that's something they try to do. We're like, oh, well, she didn't do anything, so...
Well, I mean, if you remember, though, like, in Batman vs. Superman, they only saw the pictures of her from, like, the old days.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they might have just kind of set themselves up for, like, only...
Well, that depends on if that's going to be something they do, though.
Yeah,
like, well, she only took that picture with those pictures.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I get that. I'm just saying, like, it's either they set it up so that they didn't have to make multiple if it went bad, or...
The next one. Oh, yeah, Wonder Woman set to come out December 13th, 2019. Does Justice League come out the end of this year, then? Like, December this year?
Yeah, I think so. 2017. I think November or December.
Yeah, 2017. November.
November, yep.
So, it was announced that they might make the spin-off of Fast and the Furious with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham before they make Fast and Furious 9, which would set back Fast and Furious 9's production a couple years, like a year, 2 years. And so Tyrese Gibson, who has been in Fast and Furious since the second one, posted a very, very long comment that is very sad to read. And it's like one of those, dude, he's since deleted the comment, but this is the, like, saddest, cringiest comment thing to get someone's attention. So, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but he commented, "I have never and will never have a problem with this major movie star. He's my brother. I repeat, ever. Bro, just being honest, I didn't like Baywatch, LOL. But I did rent out 2 full theaters and take a bunch of kids with my daughter from her #private school to support Moana. I was surprised you could sing so well. Oh shit, I'm simply trying to reach him cause he won't call me back about his solo Hobbs movie. I want you to shoot it, just not right now because Fast 9 release date has already been announced and we can't let our loyal fans..." So that's the first part, that, like, you say you didn't like his movie, and then you're like, dude, answer my calls. Why aren't you answering my calls? Everyone can see this.
Yeah.
This is the saddest. Didn't you see how huge Fast 8 was? Call me back, DJ. I had a great call with your partner, Hiram, of 7 Pounds Productions, but I'm still trying to reach you. God bless you. I'm doing this only on behalf of our families so we can keep them all in private school. It's just so... I never ever go public with private family issues. Once you hit me back, I will delete every post. Love you, big bro, and I love that September 11th post you just up about the families and friends of the horrific tragedy. Everyone matters. When we shoot, we all eat, we show up as a family. Family's all caps there. Our storylines and hearts is all capitalized, in every frame. You can push the release date of a holiday, bro. It's tradition. It's fans that are loyal. I feel like he says, call me back again. This is not a rant. I'm no Rock hater. I don't want his life. I love my own. I'm doing this for the #Fast family. I'm loyal, and I apologize for being loyal. But damn, I am. And then cuts off there. So, main points that make this really cringy and really fun to read. He disses Baywatch. The hashtags, like private school. Saying that the financial success of Fate of the Furious is the release date that they kept, saying that that's why it did good. Referring to Johnson's $7 Productions as 7 Pounds Productions, saying that Dwayne Johnson's a good singer, and his September 11th post saying that those were both good, and referring to himself as a real champion. Tyrese, that's like a post that you'd see a crazy person post on like an X's.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I want you back, please text me, call me, I need you. We had so many great times together. Remember when we hung out as a family? And it's like, ooh, dude, you look bad. Like, I know that was trying to make The Rock look bad, but that made him look worse.
Yeah.
Unstable. Onto, I guess, more reboot stuff. They released pictures of what Hellboy's gonna look like. And might I say what literally everyone's saying? That his face looks literally just like Ron Perlman. It's like they gave him a prosthetic to look just like Ron Perlman's face or something. His arm looks different. I doubt that's what his body actually looks like. considering he's the sheriff from Stranger Things, who's supposed to be like this fat dude, or tubby dude. And they announced that the movie's going to come out September 13th.
Well, his body could look like that, and it's easier to make somebody look fat than...
True. But also, Ron Perlman wore a prosthetic stomach thing. When did the movie release date was announced?
January 11th.
Yep. 2019. So, hopefully, with the replacement of Ed Skrein, I've heard people pronounce it, and I always forget how to pronounce it. The guy who was all that whitewashing controversy we covered last time. Mm-hmm. Since he was replaced by Daniel Day Kim of Lost and Hawaii Five-0 fame, who recently left Hawaii Five-0 because of the fact that him and the other Asian actress were being severely underpaid. They were being underpaid, like, millions of what the other, like, the white main characters were being paid. Mm-hmm. So they're like, yeah, we're leaving. He tweeted that, I applaud the producers, and in particular Ed Skrein, for championing the notion that Asian characters should be played by Asian or Asian American actors. He could not have addressed the issue more elegantly, and I remain indebted to him for his strengths of character. That's an up for the Hellboy movies. The producers actually didn't cast a white guy like I said they were going to. I was wrong on this podcast. That never happens.
Oh, no, never.
Never. I've never been wrong.
Never.
I'm gonna just get this one out there real quick. So, I'm kind of excited for Hellboy because of how he looks and the fact that Daniel Day Kim's gonna be in it. Disney announced movies. A lot more movies. Release date of episode 9 was moved, and now Aladdin is going to be coming out on May 24th, 2019. So they're going to do a Winnie the Pooh film in the style of Hook, pretty much, is what it is. It's Christopher Robin is like lost how he was as a child. It's Hook, but with Winnie the Pooh. Starring Ewan McGregor, so I'll see that because Ewan McGregor is a great actor. That's for August next year, August 3rd. Artemis Fowl movie was announced.
Wasn't that like a book?
Yeah, that's a book series from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, I don't think I ever read those ones.
I was excited for this. Like, this was a thing for so long that everyone was like, oh, when's Artemis Fowl going to be a movie? And it finally is. In 2019. I don't remember how. I honestly don't remember anything about those books, but that's like the main one that got me excited. And then Nicole, which is going to be a Christmas movie starring Anna Kendrick. She's the daughter of Santa Claus, who probably has to take on the... I'm not going to read the thing that I have highlighted in the article where she has to take on the family business, but she doesn't want to. And it's also starring Bill Hader as probably an animated character, like an elf or something. That's going to come out 2019. All these are for 2019, except for the Christopher Robin one. So, hopefully, some of those movies, they're Disney movies. They'll be good.
Fine.
Thank you for listening. If you'd like to support the show, rate and review us on iTunes. That's the easiest way to do it. Just go on the iTunes ratings and give us a hard 5 stars. Or you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/bestboys, where you can get rewards such as getting a shout out, watching a movie.
Yeah, us watching a movie
once a month with us. Pre-show thing. Follow us on Twitter at Best Boys Podcast. Email us bestboyspodcast@gmail.com, and go to the movies based on Rotten Tomatoes scores.